Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Bucco Brew, powered by DeFair Coffee and Tea. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, of course, as always, we have Jim Rosati in the house. How's it going, Jim?
Good morning. Happy Labor Day to you and everyone out there.
That's right. Happy day off, everyone.
We got to sleep in a little bit today. 8 a.m. start instead of 7 a.m. Love it.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, with that being said, the Pirates are off today, so there's no game. So we get to sleep in a little bit. We get to do this show and then just say, you know what? Out of mind, out of sight. I'm not thinking Pittsburgh Pirates until tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll say this, though. Absolute travesty that there's no baseball today.
It is. Maybe. Kind of. I don't know.
I don't mind. Memorial Day, Labor Day. It's the perfect opportunity for like a day game. And I mean, I don't know why we're not playing.
I mean, I'm with you. It's what's MLB scheduling doing? There should. All I'm saying is, you know what? For this one time, this year, I don't hate it.
There's 13 games today. There's 26 teams playing today. The Pirates are one of 4 who are not.
How lucky we were.
It's bullcrap.
There's no Pirates game. It's hopefully this is the last year that happens. Stop it, Rob. Make sure that happens next year. I haven't checked the schedule. I know the schedule's out. We could do so.
Schedule is out.
But again, there's no Pirates game, but that's fine. That's fine. Because you know what, Jim? We have something debuting today anyways at 7 o'clock. Now, if you're a member, you can watch it now. So as we always say on the shows, we appreciate our members. Shout out to our members. For 99 cents a month, you could be a member. So members have early releases. We did have Justin Horowitz on the show. Talk to him, the director of amateur scouting. So that show is actually out right now. Our members are able to watch it. They have been watching it. But for everyone else, the masses, 7 o'clock tonight, that'll go live. So you can listen to Justin Horowitz, who's involved in all the drafts. He's the one who drafted Connor Griffin. Well, I shouldn't say he's the one who drafted, but he's the one who was in charge of all the drafting, the scouting and stuff. When they drafted Connor Griffin, they drafted Seth Hernandez. So pretty good insight with him. So you can do that instead of watching the non-Pirates game tonight.
Yeah, no, it was a great interview. So yeah, make sure you check that out tonight.
There it is. So I guess the Pirates did play this weekend, though. They played pretty good this weekend as well against a team that's pretty good, Jim. The Boston Red Sox in Boston away. The Pittsburgh Pirates, who are god-awful away, did play away. Ryan faded them all 3 times, so therefore taking 2 out of 3 makes sense, right? Ryan's FanDuel lock of the day was basically fading the Pirates, and the Pirates persevered, as everyone's wallets probably did if you continue to fade Ryan. And that's another thing today as well. There's no Ryan FanDuel lock of the day. So, again, sad. Can't win any money.
Yep. Gonna just take a day off.
Yeah. But again, the Red Sox lost 2 out of 3. So, good stuff from the Pirates. I felt like yesterday was, could have been a better game. But also, to me, like you said, you won 2 out of 3.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a fun series. The Friday and Saturday games were great, especially after there was a little bit of bad blood between the 2 fan bases heading into this weekend with Jerry Carrabis, taking a shot at the Pirates for DFAing Andrew Heaney.
Silly goose.
I know my mentions were just full. I just muted the conversation after a while, but I'd go back there and just check on it every now and then. And apparently a lot of baseball Twitter just thinks that the Pirates should, because they're a bad team, they should just play bad players. Like they should just have no interest in even trying to win games. So they took offense to my comment about, I don't know, maybe the Pirates shouldn't pay Andrew Heaney his performance bonuses. Maybe they shouldn't play him anymore because he's been pretty terrible.
Right.
And a lot of people took offense to that. And Yeah, you know what? To those people, I say, screw you. Because we didn't have Andrew Heaney to blow baseball games this weekend, Red Sox lose 2 out of 3, and I hope that hurts.
Boom.
I hope the Red Sox miss the playoffs now. Like, I didn't really care much about the American League wild card race at this point, but I hope the Red Sox miss the playoffs now by 1 game. By 1 game. And then they can look back and say, you know what? Those damn Pirates, if we hadn't lost that series to them, if they had only kept Andrew Heaney and paid him his bonuses, we would have made the playoffs. So you know what?
There it is.
Boston.
There it is. There it is. Screw Boston. I mean, honestly, you know what? I don't hate the Red Sox. I don't think I've ever like really hated the Red Sox, but I
hate 'em
hate
right now.
Boston. I hate
All right.
Boston. So you know what? Like, good. I'm with it. I'm on board now. Screw the Red Sox. Let's go Yankees.
Yeah, that's the dilemma.
Let's go Blue Jays. Let's go the IKF Blue Jays.
Let's go Blue Jays. Let's go Mariners. And let's go Texas Rangers, Kansas City Royals. Yeah, like those guys.
Boom. Boom. Love it.
You know what? Let's go Royals. Let's go Royals. Catch the Red
Royals.
Sox.
Let's go Royals. Cool. I appreciate that. But yeah, the Red Sox, again, it was a fun series. It really was. I mean, obviously when the Pirates scored 10 runs and beat them 10-3, that's exciting. That's going to make a good one. But ultimately, yeah, like I feel like Stefan on SNL has had everything. It had runs scored, it had pitching. I mean, honestly, like they did. They had good defense, and then of course on Sunday they had very bad defense. But yeah, like this series had everything, and the Pirates' victory, 2 out of 3. The Pirates have been playing better. Again, like I understand this is the second half, and this is meaningless. These don't count. They're not in it. There's no pressure. Things still matter to a degree. I'm not trying to take this away and saying, okay, this is great stuff. This means next year is going to be great. But ultimately, if they weren't performing, this is even a worse sign. You know, if they're still playing bad baseball, we're light years away. Then, you know, like Donnie Kelly isn't the answer, right? Like at least maybe he's the answer. At least they're playing better, and you can say, okay, maybe going next year they're not that far off and stuff, you know. So Brian Reynolds is playing better again, right? Like Spencer Horwitz is playing good now. He's playing really good actually for quite some time now. So like maybe he is better than a lot of us were maybe anticipating that he could be, you know. Of course, Jared Chiolo, Jim, is playing well. But, you know, again, like you're seeing a lot of good play. The pitching's holding up even after those trades that were made for the most part, at least the ones that matter. So they're playing better baseball. I'll give them that. And especially like since the break and since August. I mean, they're winning baseball in August. They took August as a winning month. That means a little bit to me.
Did they finish August with a winning record?
Didn't they?
I think they had to win yesterday to finish with a winning record, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so they were 14-15 in August.
Was it July?
July they were 11-12. So they were 1 game under 500 each of the last 2 months. June they were 14-13.
Gotcha.
But
all right, and they were close to a winning month.
Well, they're playing watchable baseball. I mean, I think you can say that. Like this isn't a team, like this team hasn't sucked since May. Right? I mean, you look at the monthly records, June 14-13, July 11-12, August 14-15. They've been roughly a 500 team for 3 months now. And you go back to even like the end of May where they were around 500 as well. Under Don Kelly, Don Kelly has now managed 100 games, and the Pirates are 49-51.
Yep.
Again, it's not good enough. Like 49-51 doesn't get you anything. But you look at like the overall record, 61-77, and then you look at Don Kelly, 49-51, and you can at least 61-77 makes you look like, oh man, we're pretty far away from getting anything accomplished here. 49-51, you can look at that and you can say, okay, let's look at Don Kelly on, and you can, again, like I think there are ways to get this team to where they need to be competitive. I think it's still going to take a lot of work. I think it's going to take shrewd general manager skill to get it done. I think the general manager who's currently employed does not have the capability to do so. So don't think this is me saying that like, oh, Ben Sherrington's close, right? I don't think that's the case. Like I don't think Ben Sherrington is capable of putting together a team that's going to make the playoffs. But I think there are ways to make this team okay. And so we'll get into that today. We basically just wanted to look at, hey, like 100 games in to the Don Kelly era. This team isn't that bad under Don Kelly. How do you make them a playoff contender? And yeah, we're gonna take a crack at like what we would do if we were the GM of this team over the offseason, and what our offense would look like heading into 2026, and how we get there. So yeah, I'm excited to go over that a little bit.
Yeah, I am too. And a question in the chat, Big Jake, is Don Kelly supposed to be skipper for next year? We did
Who
tease
knows?
that, and that's something again, like he's trying to prove himself. If Ben Sherrington is around next year, I think there's no doubt in my mind. With at least, I mean, there's still a month to go, so there's still testing involved. But the way it's going right now, I think Don Kelly's the manager next year. If Ben Sherrington's back, if Ben Sherrington's not back, it's not to say that Don Kelly isn't the manager, but I think obviously his odds go down. I mean, you have a new GM, he might decide he wants to blow things up. I mean, you know what, Don Kelly, you did do a good job. Don Kelly, you're touted around MLB, but I need a new voice. I need my guy. So again, like I think the chances go down. He certainly can still be the manager next year, but I just think like ultimately the odds decrease of him coming back as the manager.
Yeah. Who knows if he's going to be manager or not? I mean, this is his. I guess this is his audition, and I think so far, like it's been good. He hasn't done anything to show me that like he's not capable of doing the job. I guess is kind of what I'm saying. He hasn't done anything that's like wowed me. Like he hasn't turned this team around and made them like he's not 10 games over 500, right? Like he's right around 500. So he's kind of in that position where it's like, yeah, he hasn't really done anything to tell me that he can't do it, but he hasn't really done anything to tell me that like he's definitely the guy either.
Yeah. I'm with you. I look at it this way too. It's not like I'm not blown away and wowed by him. Earlier on, it was like, okay, there's a lot of change, a lot of differences, like the way he was using the bullpen, stuff like that. And it hasn't ultimately gone away completely. But what I'll say is this: Don Kelly in his first 100 games, like you said, it's been fine. Like I don't think there's been anything like overcritical or like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're in over your head. Derek Shelton's first 100 games, I think it felt like, what are you doing? You're in over your head. It got better. I think of all of us, we felt Shelton's tenure got better, right? He improved as a manager, but early on, again, we're at the point where it's like, are you trying to tank? Like that's how bad like the stuff that he was doing and stuff. So I guess in that comparison, like with Don Kelly, it's almost like the offensive lineman. Like I don't think we're talking too much about him in that degree. Where Derek Shelton, we really were early on. So like I'll give him that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the Pirates record was. I guess we can kind of piece it together here. I'm curious on what the Pirates record was in the previous 100 games. So let's just do some quick more. It's early. Luckily, I've got a little bit of my DeFair coffee and tea in me, so I'm a little bit awake. I got that extra hour.
Go ahead and look for that, because we'll let everyone know, of course, that DeFair is a family and employee-owned and operated business. They believe that coffee and tea are one of life's simplest and most accessible pleasures, and when enjoyed thoughtfully, can open up your eyes to the here and now. They have 5 locations across the city of Pittsburgh, including their flagship in the heart of Pittsburgh Historic District. Don't forget to stop by DeFair's new location downtown on Penn Avenue, right across from the Benedum. Grab a cup of fuel on your way to walk to PNC Park. Mobile ordering is available, so check out their Instagram for more details. Of course, that is DeFair.coffee to go online, because, of course, Jim, if you go online and you have never ordered from DeFair Coffee before, and you want to do so, and they have a plethora of items to order from, which includes their subscription, right? You get coffee every month mailed to your doorstep. You can save 30%. You know how you do that, Jim?
Use promo code NS930, NS930, and that'll get you 30% off.
You know how easy that was? Jim is trying to search dates. He's trying to do math at 8 o'clock on Labor Day, and he can still remember that. So super easy. Just go to thefair.coffee, buy whatever you want, pop in that NS930 code, and get yourself 30% off your first order.
So Derek Shelton was 37-63 in his final 100 games. 37-63 in his final 100. And Don Kelly is 49-51. So there you go.
Jeez.
Nice, what is that, a 12-game increase?
It's pathetic. That's what it is. It's pathetic. Sorry, Derek, but that's pathetic.
Yeah. 37-63.
Yeah. Again, ultimately, I just want to say is, as we're going to talk for, next year, what we can do to change it. I just feel like the team's in the same situation as they were last offseason. That's why I think also what you're saying, they're not that far away. I think they're the same. They're like, if this team can get 2 to 3 more bats, they could be a competitive team. Depending on what those 2 or 3 bats are, leads to how competitive they can be. But ultimately, I think they're about 2 or 3 bats away. It's the same situation coming in from last offseason to this season. Like, I just feel like I don't look too much into the true overall record. I'm not trying to say Don Kelly in the new way, like, oh, they're a 500 team. I mean, they got a lot of work. Like you said, like, I'm not content. I'm not satisfied with what's happening. But I think what's happening under Don Kelly shows that's probably closer to what they are. And what's that? What they've been the past 2 years. So it's like they're just kind of at the same team that was underperforming earlier on. New direction, new voice, bringing that back. Yeah, I don't think they're all that far away. Still a lot of work, but it's not hopeless.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, you look at the wild card standings right now, and 533 winning percentage currently is getting you into the postseason. Over 162 game season, that's 86 wins. So right now, an 86 win pace would get you in to the playoffs. And you kind of look at what the Pirates have done over these last 100 games. They're at a 79 win pace, 80 win. Let's call it an 80 win, 79 win pace.
Say 79, yeah.
So yeah, like, I mean, if you look at it in that regard, they got to get find 7 more wins in that schedule over the course of a year, and they're right there. So yeah, I don't think they're necessarily like I don't think their entire team away. They definitely need some help. They definitely need some help.
Right.
We've seen how this team has looked with a competent offense the last 7-8 weeks. If they can just figure out a way to do that over the entire season, they can be dangerous with the pitching staff that they have. The pitching staff is good. Like, you gotta say, like, the pitching staff is really, really good. They gotta score more runs. Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. So do we want to help build this team?
Before we do, just a couple news and notes. We already talked about it. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was placed on outright waivers on Friday. Excuse me. A lot of people got confused. They thought that meant he was gone. They just waived him. But the reason why the Pirates did that was, it basically gave teams the weekend to claim Isaiah Kiner-Falefa so that he would be eligible for postseason play. Now, we can go back and say, if we're just going to give up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa for nothing at the end of August, why couldn't we give him up for just anything at the end of July? I still have no idea why Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was not traded at the trade deadline. My only guess is that there was zero market for him, none whatsoever, because otherwise, it's two things. Either there was zero market whatsoever, or Ben Cherington is incompetent. We know that the second is true. So
Right.
you don't really, it could be either or of those things. It could be both. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't understand why he was here past the trade deadline. He seemed like a candidate that teams would want to have on their team. The only thing I can think of is someone not wanting to pay that much money for a utility infielder. But at the same time, like I don't know if it's 2 months of his salary. I mean, you're probably paying $2 million. I feel like I feel like there would have been something there for him. But regardless, I don't know if we'll ever know. But Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is now a Toronto Blue Jay. He was claimed yesterday, so he is no longer on the team. Ryan Kreidler was called up to take his place. If you want to be really, really, if you want to feel bad about, you know, a Pirates move, go look up Ryan Kreidler's career statistics, and you'll immediately feel pretty bad. It's not good. It's very bad. But Cam Devaney was called up to prior to yesterday's game. He made his major league debut yesterday. Made a slick play at third base, drew a walk, didn't get a hit, but I know when we acquired him, the one thing that I talked about was like he can field. Like the dude can field the position and he can play shortstop. He was playing third base yesterday. I'm curious just to see how they plan on using him down the stretch. I mean, obviously with Jared Triolo playing the way he has at shortstop, I don't really think you mess with that at all. At the same time, I'd like to see a little bit of Cam Devaney just to like get a feel for him and who he is. So yeah, Devaney's up here. Rosters are about to expand as well. It's September, which means you get 2 extra roster spots. The Pirates do have quite a few players like on the IL who are, pretty close to coming off of that injured list. So I'm not really anticipating a lot of like new faces this September, but yeah, we're about to see some September call-ups here too.
Yeah. I'm happy for Devaney. That was what's kind of cool about that too, getting the call in Fenway. He's a New Hampshire kid. Well, I guess we're not really. He's a New Hampshire man.
Yeah,
so
he's a man.
28 years old now. Yeah, he's a New Hampshire man. So growing up, obviously probably watching Red Sox games, probably being at Fenway as a fan, to play there and actually get his first at bat, there. Because again, he was called up for the Royals for those, like he was on the major league team. He just never got to play. So he had his opportunity to do so this weekend in Fenway. So cool story for him, but also less cool stories. Let's worry about performance. There's also a reason to want to see Devaney. He's interesting to some level. So like for the next month, hopefully it does stick around with IKF being gone. And maybe we do get to see a little bit of him. What can he provide? What does he maybe have for this 2026 season? So shout out to Devaney. And then, yeah, probably going to see a good bit of him over the next month with IKF being gone. And then IKF too, right? Like he gets to go now play for a contender. That's why I know like a lot of people are still probably like, oh, well, they just don't want to pay you a salary. They're probably cheap and this and that. I'm sure there was a conversation. I'm sure it was like hey, I mean, I could be wrong because again, this is the team. They could just have done it willy-nilly, but a professional organization probably had a conversation with IKF and saying like, hey, you know what? Do you want to stay? Do you want to stick around? Or do you want to go play for, a contender? We can go ahead and waive you. Today would be the last day to do so to get your playoff eligible. And I'm sure he's going to say, yeah. And okay, well, that said, it's a win-win for both sides. Even if they didn't have that conversation, it's still a win-win. Would you rather be here in Pittsburgh watching all your friends play in the playoffs, or would you rather be in the playoffs? This gave an opportunity to be on a team to go play in the playoffs. So it's a win-win, right? The Pirates, sure, they don't have to pay him. More importantly, they get to play guys that matter. Potentially like a Devaney, let's find things out. And then IKF's playing for a real team and potentially going into the playoffs with the Blue Jays. So there's that. But cool. Let's build a team, Jim. Let's make 2026 great. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's do it. So
and as far as there's a question here, as far as injury updates on Simon, yeah, it's not good. Separated shoulder.
Yeah, dislocated shoulder for Ronnie Simon. So I don't expect him to be playing the rest of the year.
Right.
But I mean, if you're looking at September call-ups, I wouldn't be getting too excited. Like you're probably looking at Kyle Nicholas getting activated from the bereavement list, and then you're probably looking at Jack Sawinski getting activated from the IL. Like those are those are probably your September call-ups that are happening soon. I do think we see Nick York though at some point this September. I would be surprised if we don't see Nick York at all.
I feel like I'd be surprised also, but you're right. But ultimately, again, like the moves that were made was Devaney's up here. So yeah, Jack returns, but think of it this way: Devaney's up here now. That's your like September call up per se.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this. So when we were putting the show agenda together, we were like, hey, let's go ahead and let's build the 2026 Pirates. So I've got my starting 9. I've got my bench. You've got your starting 9. You've got your bench. Pitching wise, we're not going to get into that, but I do want to put together like, hey, what do we think this offense could look like next year? So I'll start with my team, and then we'll roll over to DiNardo's team, and we'll kind of discuss them. But yeah, let's kick things off. Let's kick things off with our catcher. Oh. Why isn't it working, DiNardo?
Why isn't it working, Jim?
This was working last night. There we go. Okay, now I got it. Let's try this again. Got a little PowerPoint problem. All right. There we go. All right. I'm starting off with Henry Davis at catcher. Now, it hasn't been a good season for Henry Davis. I think this is definitely a position that you look to upgrade if like the right opportunity arises for maybe bringing in a little bit better of a hitter. But I think he's shown enough defensively that he deserves I wouldn't even say he deserves the spot, but there are a lot of other positions I think that are a lot more easily upgradable. So I'm going with Henry Davis at catcher, and I'm just hoping for internal improvement here. Like those words, like Henry Davis needs to hit better than he's hitting right now. But Henry Davis is my catcher. A lot of these first few ones are kind of boring. Spencer Horwitz is my first baseman. I think he's done enough to show that he's your first baseman. You don't really have any other options behind him. You just invested quite a bit over him over the offseason when it comes to, you traded a pitcher for him. Spencer Horwitz is your starting first baseman. Second base is a position where I would love to be able to upgrade, but I think when it comes to what's out there, like there are more upgradable positions to have. So Nick Gonzalez is going into 2026 as my starting second baseman. So we've got Davis, we've got Horwitz, we've got Gonzalez. I do want to see Gonzalez hit a little bit better though. I mean, this season, I thought he was going to take that step forward like he did last year, and he's really just been the same type of hitter offensively when it comes to his value. His approach, I feel like, has changed slightly. Like he's, his Ks are way down from where they've been. Like when he was first called up, he's, he's K'ing less. He's walking a little bit more. His average is up. His OBP is up, but like his slugging, 386 slugging. I just need a little bit more out of Nick Gonzalez. I want to see him at least finish this season as an above average hitter, because right now he's kind of the exact same as he was last year.
Right.
Defensively too, man, it's been rough for him defensively. Like listen, we talked about it yesterday on the post-game show, but work on just the routine plays over the offseason, Nick. You got great range. You can get to a lot of balls that a lot of second basemen can't get to, but I need more reliability from my second baseman. All right, so this is where things switch up a little bit. Third base is kind of a black hole right now, depending on how you want to go about that situation. But I'm going with a trade, and I am making a trade with the New York Mets for Mark Vientos. I am making a trade with the New York Mets for Mark Vientos. The Mets kind of are a little spoiled here at third base. Like they've got a little bit of a logjam going on right now. You know, between Vientos, between Beatty, um, you know, they've got Ronnie Mauricio there too. So like I feel like the Mets can afford to give up one of these guys, and the Pirates have things that the Mets need, which is pitching. So I feel like this is a good match for an offseason trade. And Mark Vientos immediately becomes a pretty impactful hitter in your lineup. I mean, just from like a power standpoint, last year in 111 games, he had 27 homers. He had a 132 weighted runs created plus. He's got 15 homers this season. And like I said, he hasn't played the full year either. He's a guy who like you could plug him into kind of the middle of that lineup, and it gives you that power bat option that you need. He's going to have 4 years of service time remaining after this season. But yeah, Mark Vientos is my first off-season acquisition, and I'm plugging him into third base. Don't know exactly what that trade's going to look like, but yeah, Mark Vientos.
Nice.
So, and this is where I can't believe I did this. DiNardo, I can't believe I did this.
What? We're at shortstop position now, right?
We're at shortstop.
We're at shortstop. Who's your shortstop?
And I'm starting the year with Jared Triolo. And I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't feel great about this.
Hold on. Sorry. Can you say that again?
I said I don't feel great about this.
No. Before you said that,
I said I don't feel great about this, DiNardo. But I'm starting Jared Triolo at shortstop. And my goal here is like I'm praying Connor Griffin is major league ready very soon. Very soon. I hate banking on prospects. I don't like it. It's a bad strategy. But when you're the Pirates and you've got a limited budget, I don't really know what other route to go here without like raising payroll too much. So yeah, Jared Triolo's my shortstop heading into 2026. I thought you'd maybe gloat a little bit more there.
Oh, I don't need to. I don't need to gloat. When you're just that good and that right, you just let your work show.
Yeah. Left field though, this is my big splash. This is my big splash. It's another trade. Somebody who's like there's been chatter about him for a while now. But Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward's going into his third arbitration season. He's going to be making roughly $10 million or so. If I'm the Angels, I'm definitely like looking to move him because he's not really an extension candidate, I don't think. So if you're the Angels going into the final year of control, what can I get for Taylor Ward? I'm just going to assume he's going to be shopped a little bit this offseason. And again, you desperately need power. You desperately need offense. And I'm going Taylor Ward. He's just been a pretty consistently good offensive player now for like 5 years. You look over his last 5 years, weighted runs created plus 110, 136, 108, 112, 117. Home runs the last 4 years, 23, 14, 25. He's got 30 home runs this year right now. Again, you need power. The payroll is definitely projected payroll. I'm probably using about 100 million. Yeah. I'm not going over that. But yeah, Taylor Ward, starting left fielder, figure out a way to make it happen. I think by adding Ward and Vientos to the lineup, you're immediately adding some much needed power. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Taylor Ward got hit yesterday too. I was putting this together. Taylor Ward got taken out of the ball game.
The Rosati curse.
But apparently he's okay. I heard he was okay.
He is
After
big.
this, we're going Cruz in center. We're going Reynolds in right. No surprises there, really. O'Neal Cruz needs to be better. I think in order for this team to have a good season, O'Neal Cruz needs to be better, and Brian Reynolds needs to put together a full season of baseball. Like he's been hitting really well lately. He cannot be terrible like he was the beginning of this season. But that's my field. And then as far as designated hitter, I'm bringing Andrew McCutchen back on another 1-year deal. Maybe in a little bit more limited of a playing time. Like you don't necessarily need to play him every single day, but I'm bringing him back for his leadership. I'm bringing him back because he's Kutch, and I'm bringing him back because he's still a competent hitter, and this is a team that still just doesn't really have a whole lot of them. I mean, you can say that he's not the best DH in the league, and he's definitely not, but he's basically, I mean, he's 101 weighted runs created plus. Like he's a league average hitter right now. He's still doing it at his age. And as long as he wants to be a Pirate, and as long as he's capable of playing baseball, like Kutch is on my team. So I'm bringing Kutch back.
Love it.
My bench, doing a couple things here. I am signing Michael Tauchman as a free agent. He's a guy who I've like targeted for a while as like a bench bat. And I don't understand why he doesn't get a little bit more love. Like first off, he can hit lefties too. Like he's a left-handed batter who can hit both sides. He's got a career split. He's a career above. He's an average hitter against lefties for his career. And he's hit righties really well too. His last 3 seasons, 109, 111, 118 when it comes to weighted runs created plus. This year, he has a 771 OPS. He's like, and he's cheap. Like he's on a 1-year, $2 million deal this year. I don't know how the White Sox got this. I don't know how the Pirates aren't in on Tauchman all the time. Like he seems like the type of player that they need to be going after, and they just don't.
That's
yeah,
your
like
answer.
he can hit.
It makes sense.
He can hit. He's a lefty bat. I feel like he'd do well at PNC. And guess what? He can play center field too, like quite competently. He hasn't been playing center in Chicago just because they've got better options, but like he can play center field. So like I feel like he's just like the perfect fourth outfielder for this team. So yeah, Michael Tauchman, come on down. You are like my main fourth outfielder, lefty bat off of the bench. He'll be 35 next year, by the way. And then I'm also bringing back Tommy Pham. So like between Pham and Tauchman, I'm adding 2 veterans to my bench, both of whom should be relatively inexpensive. Pham gets, have Pham get some at bats against some lefties. Have Tauchman get some at bats against some righties. But like you have 2 very competent outfielders that you can mix in if needed here. Between Pham and Tauchman, and I don't know. It seems like Tommy Pham kind of likes it here, so I think you could get him back. And again, he's not going to cost very much. I mean, he's on a $5 million deal this year, $4 million deal this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him getting a raise next year. When he's 38. So yeah, that's those are my 2 free agent signings for the bench, and then I'm also going Joey Bart as my backup catcher. I'm also trying to teach him first base. So he can platoon there as well when needed. And I decided on Nick York as my last bench option just because of the versatility. He can play a bunch of positions. But that's my squad. That's my squad. And I feel like you've added some power. You've added some stability on the bench. I think you've raised your floor of your player here. And that's really, like I said, you don't need an awesome offense here. You just need competent. And I think this is a pretty competent lineup, DiNardo.
I agree. When I look at this, I see competence. There's no like glaring hole. Maybe, I mean, you still like Henry Davis, you hope takes that next step, which we both talked, and I've said it also. Like, if there's one guy I'm going to bet on who can, it is Henry Davis. There's reasons to maybe think it can, but we don't know yet. But that's really, I think, like the one glaring hole on this team right now, because it's clearly not Jared Triolo.
But yeah, that's the whole. And I think too, if you look at this, like Jared Triolo is your 8 hitter and Henry Davis is your 9 hitter.
Sure.
So
And
I think you can live with that.
I'm with you. Like you can live with that. And again, in this scenario, also like Triolo's there until Connor comes, and you're hoping Connor is at least right, like an everyday player. To what ceiling we'll find out. But again, that's why I am in on Jared Triolo being the shortstop, the stopgap. I'm cool with this. Yeah. Like when I look at that, sure, 8 and 9 might have some issues, but like it's just 8 and 9. We're accustomed to 4 through 9. And maybe 5 through 9 isn't so bad now. Or I'm sorry, 1 through 4 is not so bad. 5 through 9 as a whole. So yeah, if it's just 2 positions, I'm cool with that. So yeah, I like it. It's competent.
Yeah, competent lineup. All right. If you're in the comments or if you're watching this now, you're in the comments after the fact. Tell me how I did. Am I delusional? Does this team suck? Is this possible? Like, is it possible to make this happen? I think this is possible. I think Vientos is a guy who could be traded. I think Ward is a guy who could be traded. And I think the free agent signings here are all very, very reasonable. So yeah, let me know how I did.
That's right. And thanks to Pitt City What with a $9.99 super saying talking Bucs during Labor Day. You got $10 more towards your payroll for this. So
there we go.
Thanks to Pitt City What, he's helping you complete this. So yeah, this is definitely doable now.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go to DiNardo's team.
So are you able to open this in any certain order, or does it have to be the same order you did yours in?
It's going to be the same order. Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that because my talking tracks would be a little bit different, but I can persevere through this.
Okay. All right.
So I would hate to start with catcher because really that's my last guy. But
we're going to start with catcher. Sorry.
All right. So I, like I mentioned, am a believer in Henry Davis that he can potentially turn it around, but we haven't seen it yet. And you know what? 2026 is the year of the new GM. It's the year of we need to do something. We have Paul Skeens here for a finite amount of time. Who knows what 2027 is going to be? Like, we need to do something here. So, Henry Davis, I appreciate what you've been doing. I still believe in you, right? Show me, but I need something there. I need my new Russ Martin. I need to glue this team. I need someone to come over who has a bit of an edge. JT Realmuto has a bit of an edge, right? You don't want to mess with JT Realmuto. Don't want to get in a fight with him. Don't want to talk. You don't want, right? I want that guy on my team. JT Realmuto is going to be a catcher. Now, his hitting isn't like what it used to be. It's still above average. It's still good. Still fine enough, especially for a catcher. His framing is not what it used to be. But you know what? You know what he's good at framing on? Not down low, not outside, decently up high, which is good. He's good at framing the inside. You know what, Jim? Let's get the swagger back. Let's get back to owning the inside. Right? Paul Skeens' two-seamer is looking really, really good. Let's get JT Realmuto again. Somebody want to mess with. Let's get an edge on this team. We kind of been talking about a little bit, recently. Let's get this team to have some bit of an edge. Let's have some teams being afraid of the Pittsburgh Pirates again, right? Let's get him with Jordan Comedina anyways. Comedina's been great on getting guys, catchers improved on their framing and such. JT, we are going to make a statement this year. We need you to be part of it. And don't you want to finish? I mean, Zach Willers, who knows what his future is on the Phillies? Don't you want to come to Pittsburgh? Finish out your career potentially or towards the end of your career with Paul Skeens? Don't you want to catch that guy? Don't you want to be in history books? Because Paul is going to be there. You know what, Uncle Larry, come help us out. Come, I need you to help me recruit. Get JT over here. We're going to go and do some things. That's my catcher for 2026.
I mean, I like it.
20 million, 22 million, maybe
per.
Yeah, no, not per total.
I don't think that's enough.
No,
I don't. Like, I think he's definitely taken a step back from where he's been, but I think JT Realmuto is getting 15+ million annually.
You want to say 2 for 30?
Still a 2.5 win catcher. 230 might get it done.
Okay, then we'll stick with 230.
Okay,
that's my catcher.
Be the biggest free agent signing in Pirates history, I think.
No, it still would technically be Liriano, right?
What was Liriano?
33.5.
Was it 33? Okay. Okay. I like it though. I mean, I like Real Muto a lot. I feel like it's going to be tough to get him, to land him, but I see the vision you're going with here.
Let's go to first base, Jim. And you know what? I'm with you. And also, too, you know, you're going to get Real Muto who's going to cost some money. You have to find some ways. You have to be creative. You can't upgrade everything. Spencer Horwitz has come over, and, you know, the first part of the season, he was out. He was injured. He comes back, you know, late into the year. You saw some things, and he struggled mightily. And it's like, oh, boy, I don't know what's happening. Honestly, he's been fantastic. You know, over his 100-something plate appearances, almost like a 140 weighted runs created plus. He's got some power. He's not going to be the power guy. He's not hitting 20 plus, maybe about 20-ish, maybe, but you're not banking on that. But he's just a solid hitter. He's a guy that you want to have on this lineup if he's performing to close at least to this level, right? He just plays good defense too. Mostly, he's had some laughs, but ultimately overall, it's been good. It's been good. Something we haven't had. So you know what? Spencer Horwitz, I wasn't a huge fan of the trade, but you show me enough that going into next year, you know, at least on the one side, the big side of the platoon, I'm comfortable knowing that you're in my lineup in there. So Spencer Horwitz, still my first baseman as well.
I like it.
Second base, I'm going to stay with Nicky G also. It's not great. It's not terrible. You know, and again, we talked, this team really just needs to have an average offense to compete. They probably, I mean, again, they've had like 97 weighted runs created plus since the All-Star break. They've been about 500 in that sense. Like, they just have to really have about an average offense. He's been average. Like, essentially, he's been average. The defense got to get better, like you said. I think there's still maybe a next step to at least be a little above average hitter for Nick Gonzalez. But to me, I don't need to invest to upgrade the average guy. So I'm going to keep him. Next.
Ooh.
Jim.
Ooh.
The Pirates did something a little bit over a decade ago. They were good. And you know what else they did in being good? They did something a lot of people I felt didn't think they could do. I didn't personally think they could do. There was an international free agent that was coveted, Jung Ho Kang, and the Pirates landed him, an international free agent. And you know, this year there's an international free agent as well. His name is, now bear with me, because I'm going to butcher it. Munetaka Murakami is the Japanese free agent. Third base power hitter. Kind of covered around as well. That could fit in for this lineup very, very well. But you know what? Let me tell you a little about him. He's born on February 2nd. You know what February 2nd is? It's Groundhog's Day. It's Groundhog's Day. And every year on February 2nd, people go to Punxsutawney to celebrate Groundhog's Day. And Punxsutawney had a very famous baseball player born there, Billy Hunter, born in Punxsutawney. You know who he signed with? The Dodgers. He signed with the Dodgers. But the Dodgers had a very, very good player named Pee Wee Reese on the team. They're like, you know what? We got Pee Wee Reese. We're going to trade you. So they traded Billy Hunter from Punxsutawney. We know the Dodgers are good. It's going to come full circle because he's from Punxsutawney. But ultimately, he died this year on July 3rd. So RIP Billy Hunter. But you know what happens around July 3rd? It's the 4th of July, baby. It's fireworks, celebrations, Zambellis, fireworks night at Pittsburgh, right? Zambelli shoots over in Japan all the time, right? So they're going to go ahead and say, you know what? We need a big power third baseman. Murakami, why don't you come over and play for us? And he's going to come here and say, you know what? I see the vision you guys are doing, but there's no Japanese players here. There's no market here, guys. It's going to come full circle. He's going to go back to the Dodgers also. He's going to take a U-turn, go back to the Dodgers. Like, listen, they're going to give me a $50 million deal over the next billion years. I get to play with all these, my friends here. I'm going to stay there. And the Dodgers are going to say, you know what? We want this. But now we have an extra third baseman. And Max Muncy, what are we going to do with him? That's where the Pirates scoop in. 1 year left, $10 million. Let's go and get Max Muncy. He hits for power. He gets on base. Good enough defense. He's a veteran. You're talking about, you brought in JT Realmuto, a veteran who knows how to win. Now you're bringing in Max Muncy, a veteran who knows how to win. Let's do it, baby. Let's add some fireworks to this lineup.
Took you a long time to get there, but you did.
Oh, we're getting there, baby.
You know what? I like this move, and I feel like Max Muncy is probably a guy you could. I said the 1 year left on he's gonna have a club option, which I'd imagine the Dodgers will pick up. It's $10 million. That's
Right.
not a lot for the type of production that he gives you. He has had injury issues the last 2 seasons, so like that's really your only concern here is like, can he play a full year? But when he's healthy, he rakes, and I feel like lefty bat. He's built for PNC Park, plays decent defense. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I'm in on this. I'm in on this. I can get behind this. Yeah,
there it is. Mic drop. Let's go to short. Because you know who just hit the 3rd home run in 11 games yesterday?
Okay. Connor Griffin did.
Griffin. He's in Double-A now. Just tearing it up again. No, it's small sample. We got to finish this out. Like I said, I want to finish this out. But right now, I'm on the edge of, you know what? You know how I am. I want guys to prove me something. I want to give them the opportunity, the chance. Connor Griffin's been proving everything so far, checking off all the boxes in his journey in the minors this year. And now with Altoona, he's batting 318, 385, 544, the 930 OPS, 3 home runs in 11 games, 5 stolen bases in 11 games. Connor, I'm going to give you the opportunity to open up on opening day. Go win that damn award. Because if there's the next guy I'm not betting against, I talked about Henry Davis before, it's Connor Griffin. Go do it. Go do it. But you know what, Jim? If not, we have Jared Shiola, baby. You know, like if it's going to be a month or so, we have Jared. I'm cool with that, but I'm going to give him the opportunity. Let's go, Connor Griffin. Let's do it, baby. 19 years old. Go make yourself a story. I'm not going to do you dirty like Andrew McCutcheon. I'm going to allow you to make the Hall of Fame instead of holding you back and be close.
Hey, 19 years. He's going to be 19 years old opening day, but he's done nothing but perform every level you've put him at. And I would be so hyped if Connor Griffin was the 2026 opening day shortstop. I would be hyped. I don't know if it's going to happen, but God, I would be hyped. I'd be hyped.
Next. Boom.
Ooh, you're making splashes.
Left field. Jarren Duran. You know, Jim, I think we're seeing the vision. I think so far we're seeing a lineup that's certainly improved. We're seeing some fireworks. You know, the Pirates not only need to be good, but I feel like let's change the narrative. Let's change the talk. Can we actually have a winter meetings where people are talking about the Pirates in a positive way? Can we have an offseason where the people are talking about the Pirates in a positive way? Like you have a new GM coming in, right, Jim? We have a new GM coming in. Let's make a mark. Let's have people talking about Pittsburgh outside of just Paul Skeens. Let's say, holy hell, look what the Pirates are doing. We've been talking nonstop that they're cheap. We have the Jared Carabases of the world, right? Talking ish on the Pirates. You know what? Let's go steal from Jared Carabas. Let's go take from him. Let's make Jared cry. Make him cry. And all I'm saying is, we're talking about potential GMs. I mean, there's one guy who was, I don't know, a big deal in scouting Jarren Duran and bringing him over. Is that a potential future GM in the making? Is he going to trade for Jared Duran? Is this Mitch Keller deal going to make sense? It is. It makes a lot of sense. The Red Sox, we saw Tolley come up, big story, but they still can use an actual guy who's going to get them through the whole season. They can still use some pitching. They have a plethora of outfielders. Let's bring Jared Duran over here to match up some money. Get Keller's $18 million off the books. Bring Duran over for $8 million. Oh, what's 8 and 10? 18? Is that Duran and Max Muncy? Did you just trade Mitch Keller to get Duran and Max Muncy in this lineup? Is that not the risk reward I've been talking about and why a trade of Mitch Keller makes sense? I'm going to do that all day. I'm going to bank on these younger arms. And I know there's some risk there not having Mitch Keller, but to give me the opportunity to bring Duran and Max Muncy into this lineup, I'm doing that, baby. Now the money's even. I just added Duran and Max Muncy into this lineup, and I'm at the same basically payroll. So now that's 11 million, 15 million for Real Muto. We can fit that in the book still. Jared Duran, come on over here, baby. We got ourselves some veterans. We got ourselves some guys that know how to win. We got some guys that have a bit of an edge.
This is where I think you're delusional. I don't think the Red Sox.
This
are
is where
trading Jarren
I'm
Duran.
proving
I don't
I'm
think
great.
I don't think
Hire
Mitch
me as
Keller,
the GM.
I don't think Mitch Keller's landing anything close to Jarren Duran. Jarren Duran's a borderline 5-WAR player. He's put up over 10 WAR in the last 2 seasons.
We're making it happen.
Mitch Keller's not getting you that. If you want Jarren Duran, you've probably got to give up. I don't think you got to give up Bubba, but you've got to give up Seth Hernandez plus Florentino. Like you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to give up talent. Talent.
Guess who's doing that?
The new GM, I guess, is doing that. I mean, Duran's really good. He's really good.
Fireworks, baby. People are buzzing about the 2026 Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah. Ryan says here, your lineup's definitely more exciting right now. I don't know how realistic this is, but let's continue. Let's continue. I like
Let's
it.
continue. Let's continue. Yes, of course, O'Neal Cruz, center field. He's got some protection now. Like, O'Neal, go do your thing. Go be great. We don't need to rely on you. You're not the entire offense. We don't need you to win the game every time you're up to bat. Go be you. It's O'Neal Cruz. And then, of course, Brian Reynolds in right field. Like you said, that's how it ends. It just makes sense. Those two have to be better. They have to be better. But what's nice is those two don't have to be the guy. There's guys around them as well. This is a deep lineup.
This is a deep lineup. Before where like my lineup had 2 holes in it at 8 and 9. This doesn't really have any holes.
Again,
I mean, this is a very good team.
Is Nick Gonzalez the guy? He's probably like your 8-9 hitter as well. You know, Connor Griffin, he's gonna struggle at first, I'm sure. You know, like but this allows them to.
Yeah, I mean, in this lineup, Nick Gonzalez is your 9 hitter.
Right. Let's go to DH.
All right.
Again, it's Kutch. Kutch is helping me get my boy Romuto. Kutch is the face of Pittsburgh for this team. Kutch, what I tell you, I don't need to worry about upgrading Kutch. I need to worry about getting Kutch from being the 3rd best hitter on this lineup to 7, 8, and 9. That's accomplished. That's why it's fine bringing Kutch back. Because again, you're not filling that for $5 million of that production. But he's going to have some days where, you know, like he's not going to be every day, right? You're going to sit him a little bit more. That's how you get the best version of Kutch. And you can do so now as well because he's not your 3rd best hitter on this team. This allows Brian Reynolds to have a day off and go to DH. This allows Cruz to have a day off, go to DH. He's not going to be there every day, but he's still the face. You're going to do this for Kutch. He's going to be a good leader. He's going to be a good clubhouse guy. He's still going to be part of the lineup. He just doesn't have to be the guy anymore. He doesn't have to be the 3rd best hitter on the team. You can allow him to still be at $5 million, be a $5 million guy. He's going to make more than $5 million. Still a good business move.
Makes sense to me.
Let's go to this bench. Oh, we are bringing that edge, baby. Tommy Pham, he's coming back as well, like you mentioned. It's going to be $4 or $5 million again. I think he wants to be here. We kept him. He's been working with his young guys. He's talking favorably. We're getting this edge on this team. People are not going to like this team. Tommy Pham, we're bringing you back. Very capable defensively. Give some insurance there. We can play it. We're bringing Pham back. Run it back, baby. He can see the vision. Nick York. Yeah, Nick York has some position flexibility. Again, I'm spending some money around, so we got to find some ways that like, you can't just go get everybody. So Nick York, I don't love him. I don't love him as an MLB player, but I'll give him the opportunity as our 26th man. Nick York, who has position flexibility. Sure, why not? Henry Davis, again, I believe in you. Your defense has been immaculately improved. It's outstanding. I feel like let's take this offseason to work on that bat. Let's get that bat there. Still want you on this club. If you're our backup, if you're just Paul Skeen's personal catcher, sorry, JT, but if that's the case, maybe you're not in the history books as much as we thought. But you'll still be there sometimes. But if you have to be his personal catcher and you're catching 1 day a week, 2 here and there, that's fine. I still need a backup catcher. Henry Davis, I still believe in you. You're our backup catcher, baby. And let's round this out with Jared Triolo, obviously the platinum glove utility guy who is great. He's our J-Hay. He's our J-Hay. Just a little bit differently, but same value-wise. He can play all over the place. He's, again, Spencer Horwitz is a platoon. We need someone on the other side. Maybe Nick York does that a little bit. Maybe, Triolo's there a little bit. Henry Davis, I don't want to mess with. I don't want you to learn first base. You're just going to learn how to hit. You're just going to learn how to hit this offseason. Maybe Brian Reynolds finds breaks out that first base glove a little bit here. So again, like this has some flexibility here as well. You can move some guys around a bit. Certainly a good lineup. And again, well, how are they going to pay for this? Well, if Mitch Keller come off the books, so essentially right now, if you look at Ethan, they're roughly about $61.1 million next year. When you trade off Mitch and you bring in Max and Duran, you're basically about even. So add the 15, that's at what, 76 million? Add Kutch and Pham, it's 86 million. Still got some money to play with. Still got money to play with. We're still under budget. We're still under this year. Sure, you need some veterans. You need some relievers. Probably maybe another $5 million rotation guy, some depth, right? $86 million. You can do it. I made Bob Nutting happy. I made MLB Networks happy. And I made Jared Carrabis cry. Let's run it, baby.
I like it. If whoever is the general manager can execute this, I mean, this lineup right here with the pitching staff we have is a good baseball team. It's a good baseball team.
Let's go.
All right. Again, if you're watching or listening, drop your thoughts in the comments on which lineup did you like? Which lineup's more realistic? I think
yours.
I think mine's maybe a little more realistic.
Absolutely. But you know what? I wasn't going for realistic. I want to win.
I think both lineups, your lineup is definitely more potent than mine. I will concede that. Your team is winning more games. Yeah.
It's doable.
It's going to take a little bit more to execute it. So yeah, go out there and do it.
And that's why, like, it had to go in reverse. Like, the Mitch Keller trade needs to go first, right? Because you have to convince Romeo Toe.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, once you start making some of this happen, you know what you start to do? People around baseball, the fans.
And you guys need to keep believing.
You start believing. And that's what's going to be most important. The fans are back. The city of Pittsburgh is buzzing. Fireworks.
Schedule the parade next November.
There it is.
Let's do it.
Pirates don't play on Labor Day next year again, but
I thought they did. I could have swore
someone in the comments said they don't.
Yeah, maybe they don't.
Doesn't matter. They're playing October baseball.
That's true. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Good stuff. Fun exercise. Like I said, why don't go ahead and drop in the comments who's your give me your 13 position players for next year. Just comment 13 position players. See what kind of lineups we can put together.
Let's do it.
All right. DiNardo, Dodgers series coming up. Again, off today. Dodgers series coming up. Majinski versus Kershaw, Ashcraft versus Ohtani, Skeens versus Snell. Too bad they couldn't line up Skeens versus Ohtani. That would have been really, really cool. But this will be a fun series. If you're heading out to PNC Park, you get to see You get to see probably 3 to 4 future Hall of Fame starting pitchers this week.
Right.
That's kind of incredible. I mean, let's actually, 3 to 4. Let's call it 3 to 4. There's 2 for sure. There's one who's well on his way if he just stays healthy, and then another one's gonna be, borderline. But yeah, fun weekend to go to the park. It's always fun to face the Dodgers. I don't know. I kind of like how this lines up. Majinski in a bullpen game. If they do the thing with him where they did last time, where they just let him go 3 innings, they don't push it too far. We've seen him have success in that role. Ashcraft has been just absolutely dominant in his time in the rotation. And then Skeens versus Snell. I mean, that's a fun matchup. So I'm looking forward to this week. The Dodgers are obviously a very, very good baseball team. They come into this game, what are they, 77? What's the Dodgers record? 78 and 59. They're in first place in the NL West, 2 games ahead of the Padres. Yeah, I mean, again, it's always fun facing them, though. Always fun facing the Dodgers. So let's win 2 out of 3 here.
June
Why not?
2nd,
Why not?
2022. Pirates sweep the Dodgers. Why not us?
Yeah.
Why not us?
And you guys need to keep believing.
Let's go for the sweep, baby. Who cares? Hall of
do it.
Famers. But no, and honestly, Bubba, I would imagine, is going to line up to pitch in this series also. Not going to be a starter, but he should also pitch.
Bubba will pitch.
Again, just another reason. Go ahead. Trade Mitch. Trade Mitch. I love Mitch, but this team needs to do something. This team needs to get creative. And if you are going to, I'll say, but also again, like realistically, if you're going to entertain that, like you need guys to step up. At least you're seeing that happen so far. It's still a small sample, but if that's going to be something that you're going to entertain and do, which could potentially help your lineup, you need guys to step up and be good pitchers. And so far, like you said, with Ashcraft, he looks really good. So far with Bubba, you're seeing the talent come out as well. So yeah, they're going to see some good pitching on both sides. Honestly, let's find out what happens.
You know
and
what
they're
else?
at home.
Yeah. You know what else we'll see? We'll see the talent display from Catcher University. We've got Henry Davis, Will Smith, Dalton Rushing, 3 catchers this series, DiNardo, from the University of Louisville. That's probably, you know what? I'd argue that has never happened before. I'll bet in the history of Major League Baseball, it's never happened where 3 different catchers have started in the series, all from the same school.
I hate you.
We're about to see history. We're about to see Major League Baseball, University of Louisville history this week.
I hate people from Louisville. Like, they're just inexcusable. They're just awful. I mean, you are an awful person. Henry Davis, again, I believe in him, but he's been awful. Dalton Rushing, I have on my. We talk about this Strat League. I traded for Dalton Rushing. He has been awful. Like, nothing that came from Louisville has satisfied my life. Nothing. Not one person. So,
hold on.
And my uncle went to Kentucky. I don't know if I ever told you that.
No, you didn't.
So, yeah. Screw Boston and screw Louisville. That's the title of this show.
How about your Miami Dolphins?
Let's not talk about them.
Sam Madison.
Let's not talk about them.
I
hate my Miami Dolphins.
Devontae Parker. Come on.
Exactly. yeah, exactly. Devontae Parker, very good.
Let's go back. Sam Madison. There you go. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, Catcher University on full display this week.
And we're the one with the catcher who has the locker named after him.
Yeah, that's true.
The Henry Davis locker room. That poor man spent real money on that.
I'm just saying, I'll bet this will be the first time that's ever happened, though. I can't imagine it's ever happened before.
I
Three
can't.
catchers from the same school starting in the same series. There's no way
Right.
this ever happened. Yeah.
And they're the only catchers from Louisville in the major leagues too, right? Like,
yeah, it's those three.
Every catcher that graduated from Louisville that's in the major leagues right now is going to play in the series.
Yep.
And it's 3 of them.
You
put it on a graphic.
You know what? Cody, where are we at? Let's get on that.
Yeah. According to Jim Muse. All right. We done?
Yeah, let's get out of here and enjoy
nonsense.
our day off.
All right. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Pirates have a day off. Go enjoy the rest of your day until 7 o'clock. Tune back in. We'll have Justin Horowitz on, the director of amateur scouting. It's about a 30-minute show. It's really insightful. It was really good. So listen to that, and then at 7:30, be on your way again to enjoy the rest of your night. Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds like a deal.
If you really want to watch it and don't want to wait, for 99 cents, you can be a member, and then you can watch it right now. So just join. Just become a member, and you can watch it right now.
You could do that too.
You could. All right. We're out. We love you all. Appreciate y'all. Bye-bye.
See you guys. If you want to bet on football today, use FanDuel.
Who's playing today? There's a big game tonight.
I don't know. There's a college game on today.
I forget.
Yeah.
There you go. Do that. All right. We're out. Bye-bye.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucs.